It's almost 2 in the morning and sleep just isn't happening. You're lying there scrolling YouTube on autopilot, thumb flicking up the screen without really registering anything, until suddenly one thumbnail makes you stop dead. It's nothing fancy, just a crudely drawn stick figure. And underneath it, a number that makes you sit up straight. 7.5 million views. You tap on it out of pure disbelief, expecting some kind of trick, but there's no trick. No slick animation, no 3D characters, no cinematic camera work, not even actual video footage. It's literally a sequence of still images, stick figures frozen in different poses, cut together one after another to form a complete story. That's the whole video. Flat, static drawings, and somehow 7.5 million people watched it. Naturally, you click through to the channel, and what you find there is almost more unbelievable than the video itself. 14 uploads total, 137,000 subscribers, 14.5 million combined views, and the very first video on that channel went live only 2 months ago. 2 months. You stare at the screen doing the math in your head, and one thought just refuses to leave you alone. If a channel built entirely on stick figures can blow up like this in 8 weeks, what's stopping you from doing the exact same thing? So you flip open your laptop right then and there, fired up and ready to reverse engineer the whole process. But you don't even get past the first step. You're stuck trying to figure out how to write a script that actually hooks someone, something people would genuinely want to sit through. And every tool that claims to help costs money you don't want to spend. Frustrated, you shut the laptop. And somewhere out there, that stick figure channel just quietly picked up another 100,000 views while you're sitting at 0, exactly where you started. I've been exactly where you are right now, which is precisely why I built an entire pipeline, completely free from start to finish, that takes you from a blank page all the way to a finished uploaded video. No subscriptions, no editing background, no design chops required. Just a repeatable system that actually works. But before we get into any of the steps, there's one piece you absolutely need first. Not a stack of 5 different apps. Not another paywall. One single prompt is all it takes. I spent several weeks fine-tuning and stress testing this exact prompt so it fits perfectly into this workflow, and you'll find it sitting in the description right now. Go grab it, then open up Claude on the free tier. That's genuinely all you need to get moving. Nothing premium required. You can see right here that I'm running this on the free plan myself. Drop the prompt in, hit send, and watch what happens. Once it loads, Claude doesn't hand you a single idea and call it a day. It gives you 5 separate viral topic concepts, each one shaped specifically to perform well inside this exact workflow. Pick whichever number speaks to you and send it back. What you get in return might genuinely catch you off guard. It's not a rough outline or a bullet list. It's a full, ready-to-record script, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes long, polished and usable right away. And it doesn't just stop at giving you the text on screen. Claude automatically packages it into a downloadable file for you, so you've got the whole thing saved and ready to go. Now, before you move on to the next step, I need you to actually pause here, because what comes next might be the single most important piece of information in this entire video. Here's how most people approach this. They write the script first, then they craft an image prompt for every scene, generate all those scenes, record the voiceover afterward, and then try to force the audio and visuals to line up. It sounds like a perfectly reasonable order to follow. It is, in fact, completely backwards. If you've been building your videos this way, that's exactly why they haven't been taking off. Here's the actual problem with that approach. When you build your visuals before you have your voiceover, you're jamming 2 elements together that were never designed to sync naturally. You're not creating any real rhythm, you're creating friction. And audiences feel that friction instantly, even when they couldn't tell you why a video feels slightly off and they just click away. The correct order flips that completely on its head. Voiceover comes first, every single time, and your scenes get built around it, never the other way around. Let me show you why this matters so much. Listen closely to a finished voiceover, and you'll notice the natural gaps between sentences, the tiny breaths and pauses baked into human speech. One pause lands around 1 second and 12 frames in, and that's your cue. Scene 1 wraps up right there. The next natural pause hits around 3 seconds, 18 frames, marking the end of Scene 2. Then 6 seconds, 7 frames closes out. Scene 3, 8 seconds, 11 frames finishes Scene 4, 12 seconds, 16 frames ends Scene 5. Every single scene break comes directly out of a pause that already exists in the audio. Nothing is forced, nothing is eyeballed, Nothing gets synced up after the fact as an afterthought. It's all built around the voice's own natural cadence. And this, more than any tool or drawing style, is the real reason that Stick Figure channel hit 7.5 million views using nothing but still frames. It was never about production value. It was about rhythm. And rhythm always starts with the voice. So let's build that voiceover properly. Take your finished script and head over to ElevenLabs on their free tier, which gives you 10,000 credits every single month, more than enough to work with. Click into Voices from the sidebar and search for a voice called Raunak. You'll spot it right away. It's described as viral, relatable, and natural sounding. Add it to your library. Then move into the text-to-speech section. Confirm Raunak is selected, paste in your complete script, and hit Generate. Once it finishes, download the audio file. Your voiceover is officially done. Now here's the part that separates this method from basically every other tutorial floating around out there. We already know the rule, voice first, visuals second, but how do you actually pinpoint where each scene should start and stop without just guessing? Most people guess, and that's exactly where they go wrong. You're not going to guess either. Head over to faceless.ai. The link is sitting in the description for you. Create an account and log in, and the free tier gives you 10 minutes of processing credit. Once you burn through that, just spin up another free account and keep going. No cost involved. Upload the voiceover file you just generated. You'll be given a choice between a fast mode and an accuracy mode, and you want accuracy every time, because every single frame counts here. Hit transcribe and watch what it actually does. It's not just turning your audio into text. It's mapping out every pause in the recording down to the exact timestamp. A pause at 2 seconds, another at 4, another at 7, all logged precisely. Suddenly, you don't have to guess where one scene ends and the next begins. The voiceover itself is telling you, down to the frame. One more useful detail, the tool will typically pick up your spoken language automatically, whether that's Hindi, English, Urdu, or something else entirely. This entire method works regardless of language. Once transcription is complete, download the time-stamped script or just copy it straight from the page. Head back into your Claude conversation, paste the whole time-stamped script in, and hit send. Claude then generates a detailed image prompt for every single time-stamped line in your script. It won't spit out everything in one go. It works through it in chunks, so once a batch finishes, just type next and keep going until every line in your script has its own matching prompt. When it's all done, Claude will ask if you'd like everything bundled into a downloadable file. Say yes, and within seconds, you've got one clean file containing every scene, every timestamp, and every matching prompt. Now it's time to actually turn those prompts into images. Copy the very first prompt and open up flow.google. Then start a new project. If agent mode happens to be switched on, turn it off. Switch into image mode, set your aspect ratio to 16:9, and set your output count to 1 image per prompt. Choose Nano Banana 2 as your image model, since it gives the strongest results without running into generation caps. Paste in your first scene's prompt and hit send. Within a few seconds, your first scene appears. You could technically repeat this by hand for every remaining scene, but here's the reality check. Once you're dealing with over 100 scenes, doing this manually will eat up hours of your day. There's a much faster route, and it costs nothing. Search Google for the Zappy Flow Chrome extension and open the top result from the Chrome Web Store. That's the extension I personally built and released completely free forever. One important detail, always double-check the developer listed is zappywala.ai, since that protects you from knockoff or fake copies floating around. Install it, pin it to your toolbar, and open it up. From here, follow the sequence carefully. Open a fresh project in Google Flow and make sure agent mode is switched off. Inside the extension, you'll see 2 status messages confirming it's linked to Flow and that agent mode is off, which means everything's ready to run. Set up your bulk generation settings, image mode, 16:9 aspect ratio, 1 output per prompt, and Nano Banana 2 as the model. Now paste every single prompt into the prompt box, making sure there's exactly 1 line break separating each one. This detail matters a lot. You can either paste everything directly or just upload the prompt file you downloaded earlier. Once loaded, you'll see a count confirming how many prompts made it in, say 103. Before hitting generate, flip off the option that adds serial numbers to file names, since you won't need that for this method. Set your download destination folder, enable autosave, and make sure the very first toggle in that menu stays off. Jump back into Flow, adjust the random delay setting if you'd like, or just leave the default, and then hit Generate. This is where it all comes together. The extension starts running through every single prompt one by one, generating and automatically saving each image without you touching a thing. The best part is you don't even need to babysit it. Switch tabs, open something else entirely, minimize the window. It keeps working quietly in the background. Just don't close that tab, that browser window, or the extension itself, and everything else runs on its own. Once the batch wraps up, you'll get a summary. Say 103 prompts attempted, 102 images successfully generated, and one that failed, maybe scene 15 around the 39-second mark. No need to worry, just generate that single missing one manually using the same steps. And just like that, your full set of scenes is ready to go. Now comes the piece that ties the whole thing together: editing. Open whichever editor you're comfortable with, drop your voiceover onto the timeline first, then import every scene image and lay them out in the correct order. To sync them properly, check the file name of each upcoming scene, since the timestamp is baked right into it. If the next scene is meant to start at 4 seconds, move your playhead exactly there and trim the previous clip from the right edge. Next scene starts at 7 seconds. Move the playhead again and trim. You might need to nudge things slightly here and there, and that's completely normal. Take your time with it because this is the exact step that creates that natural rhythm. The same rhythm that carried the stick figure channel to 7.5 million views. Repeat this across every scene, then watch the whole thing back from start to finish and feel whether the pacing lands. Once it feels right, export it. With the video ready, it's time to get it seen. Go back to your Claude conversation, and you'll notice it's already prompting you, asking if you'd like it to generate your metadata. Say yes, and within moments you'll have a scroll-stopping title, a full description, and a set of tags all built specifically around your video. There's still one more piece though, a thumbnail strong enough to actually stop someone mid-scroll. Ask Claude directly for 5 high click-through rate thumbnail concepts for this video, separated by line breaks, and request them formatted inside a copyable code block. Grab all 5 prompts, head to the Zappy extension, toggle it on, paste the prompts in, choose your download folder, and generate. 5 finished thumbnail options, produced in one click. From there, it's just upload time. Head to your channel, publish your video using the metadata Claude built for you, select whichever thumbnail hits hardest, and go live. You just walked an entire stick figure style video from a completely blank page to a fully published upload using nothing but free tools the whole way through. No paid software, no design background, no team behind you, just this system doing the heavy lifting. If this saved you time or gave you something useful, drop a like and subscribe. It genuinely helps a small channel like this one keep going. Every prompt and resource mentioned here is sitting in the description and the pinned comment.